Hello YouTubians, you're watching The Anime Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite male characters in anime. And that was really loud. Hope that didn't go through. Anyways, so let's get started. So before I actually go into my top 10, this was really hard for me. First of all, it's really hard to pick a top 10 of anything. It's just absolutely really difficult to do. And I decided to make it more difficult on myself and told myself I would only do one character per fandom in my top 10, which made it that much harder to do. And I knew if I didn't do that, my list would be all Naruto, all Attack on Titan, and maybe a couple other characters in there. But most of it's just going to be all Naruto and all Attack on Titan. So, in order to give every other anime a fair shot, I decided to just do one per fandom. That being said, I also did an honorable mentions type thing of all the characters that I really like that didn't make it to the list because I told myself only one per fandom. So, yeah. I'm going to do the honorable mentions right before I say my top character. So, yeah. Let's get started. So, number 10 on my top 10 is Mamo-chan, or Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. And anybody who has seen Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask isn't in your top 10, then there's obviously something wrong with you and you didn't really watch the anime at all. Because he's just amazing in every possible way. He's like super sweet and caring, and who else could stop like a sword with just a rose? Who can do that? What the heck? Yeah, Tuxedo Mask is number 10. Number 9 on my list is from Ouran High School Host Club, and that would be Hitachi. I always say their last name wrong. Hitachi and Hikaru. And everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people like to put the twins together, but they're different people and they have completely different personalities, and I just like Hikaru better. I know that sounds really bad, but he's like sweet and he tries to pull off the whole tsundere situation, and it doesn't work, and everybody knows that it doesn't work because he's really just a sweetheart at heart. Yeah, but he's just so nice and caring and adorable, and him and Haruhi need to live happily ever after. But yeah, moving on to number 8 on my list is Sun from the anime Ruby. Now, a lot of people don't think that that Ruby is an anime, but anime is an art style, so it doesn't necessarily have to come from Japan. Mind you, a lot of them do come from Japan, but yes. Sun, if you don't know, Sun is the monkey monkey person in Ruby. And he, first of all, is voiced by like the freaking coolest guy ever, Michael Jones. And he's hilarious and dorky and awkward, and it's just great. It's great. Go Sun. Alright, number 7 is Yu Nishinoya from Haikyuu. Yes, that's the show. He is small and adorable and so high energy and is just amazing and everything I aspire to be, even though he's a guy. Yep. And he's only number 7 on the list, and they only keep getting better, in my opinion, obviously. But yeah. Number 6. This is 6. Number 6 is Itoki Otoya from Utano Prince Sama. Now, Itoki is just, again, he's dorky and adorable and klutzy, and he's really sweet and adorable, and I love him. Yeah, I mean, you can't get better than Itoki, even though he's number 6, and they just keep getting better. But yeah, he's just sweet and cares about everybody, and he puts everybody before himself, and it's adorable. I love him. What do you want, Tara? My dog is sitting next to the camera, just sitting there, looking pathetic. Alright, I'm gonna ignore you, okay? Alright, so number 5 on my list is actually the only villain on my top 10 list. I think there's a villain. yeah, there's a villain on the honorable mentions, but he's the only villain on my top 10. And that would be Sesshomaru from Inuyasha. Now, Inuyasha, along with Sailor Moon, I grew up on those shows, and they're just nostalgic for me. And Sesshomaru is, like, amazing and perfect, because he's fluffy. And he's, like, the older brother, and kind of cares about his little brother, but not really cares about his little brother. And doesn't care about what other people think, and he's just a total badass, and it's amazing. He's fluffy. What villain is fluffy? What? But yeah, I could talk about these guys forever. Alright, moving on to number 4. Now, 1 through 4 on my list are actually also my anime crushes, so in case you were wondering, this is where it starts. So, yeah, so number 4 is Gray Fullbuster from Fairy Tail. Now, before you start judging me, I don't like him because of his fan service. It's a bonus, but I like him for other things, not just the fan service part, okay? So, all you judgmental people out there, that's not why. Gray, I have a thing, I guess, for, like, depressing backstories, because all of my top 4 have depressing backstories in one way or another, and yeah. Gray, his backstory, I'm not going to go into detail in case you haven't seen the show Fairy Tail, but his backstory is really depressing, plus he's really, like, kind-hearted, even though he doesn't seem like it, but he's really kind-hearted and cares about everybody, and even though he finds Juvia slightly annoying, he still cares about her, and it's adorable, and I love it. Yeah. Anyways, before I talk about everything for, like, 5 hours, we're going to keep moving on to number 3. Now, number 3, anybody who knows me can probably guess my top 3 in all honesty. My number 3 is Tachibana Makoto from Free Iwatobi Swim Club. And I feel like I don't have to explain it, but he's perfect. He's absolutely perfect. He's tall, he has brown hair and green eyes, and sweet and klutzy and a scaredy cat, and I just love him. And again, depressing backstory, and I just want to give him a hug. I just want to give him a hug and tell him it'll be okay. And then play video games together. It's gonna be great. Yeah. And swim with him, because who doesn't want to swim with the free guys? But yeah. Anyways, moving on to number 2. Number 2 is Levi Ackerman from Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan, however you want to say it. But again, depressing backstory. And he's really, like, stoic-like, but he doesn't, like, he's stoic on the surface, but he's really, really caring, and, like, so full of emotion all the time, but he can't show it because he has to be strong, and it's just, I want to give him a hug. And we're the same height, so that just is a bonus. Same height as Levi. The little things that I enjoy. But, Tara, what are you doing? What are you doing? My dog is being weird. Whatever. So yeah, Levi's great. And he's on my wall now too. Alright, so that was number 2. And before I reveal my number 1, which is kind of obvious, but before I reveal my number 1, I'm going to go into some of my honorable mentions, because I hate myself for some reason. Anyways, some of my honorable mentions, I'm not going to go into why they're freaking amazing, because there's a lot of them, but yeah, we're just going to do that really quick, just say their name and what they're from. So, Sarutobi Asuma, Namikaze Minato, and Uchiha Itachi from Naruto. They're all amazing. And then Jean Kirstein and Erwin Smith from Attack on Titan. Matsuoka Rin from Free, because who doesn't like Rin? Natsu Dragneel from Fairy Tail. Koga from Inuyasha. Ichinose Itogi and Kurusu Sho from, I probably said that wrong, from Uchino Friend-sama. Tanaka from Haikyuu, and I'm not going to attempt his last name because it's long and hard to say, so I'm not going to attempt it. Neptune and Jean Arc from not Free, what am I saying? From Ruby, and Karu from from Ouran High School Host Club. Why was I going to say Uja? Nope, he's from yeah, I can't words today. He's from Host Club, okay? And then coming in at number 1, which is absolutely no surprise, is Hatake Kakashi from Naruto. I don't know what it is. He's got the depressing backstory. He's a super badass. There's so many things. He's such like a changed person. Like through when you know his backstory and everything like that. What he grew up with, like as a Genin and through the academy, and then once he was a Jonin, all that stuff, and then the situation that happened that changed him forever, and now he's like a super sweetheart, and he's a total badass. I mean, come on, he's like the best in the village that stays in the village. Yeah. But yeah, Kakashi is amazing in every way possible. Anyways, before I go on forever about all of these amazing male characters in anime, I'm going to end it here because I need to end it sometime eventually. But I'm going to do a top 10 female characters as well sometime eventually. I'm probably going to film it today as well. And again, I'm going to do one per fandom because I hate myself. That being said, I will probably also do like top 10 like both gender characters in like Naruto and Fairy Tail, and maybe like a top 5 in Attack on Titan because there's not that many characters. So yeah, that should be in the near future. So I will see you guys later, and hope you guys are having a great time watching anime and stuff. That sounds like a really weird thing to say, but oh well. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.